All right, well, speaking of butterflies, Katie and I both are so thrilled for this next item. And if you're thinking, well, that's not what mine's gonna look like. Yes, it is. It's called a rainbow butterfly bush. So you get this ombre effect of purple into pink into orange, and then of course the green stem. It is so attractive, but again, just like we expect from this brand, super easy to grow. More just arrived. It was actually based off of a customer request. You really wanted more of just this particular rainbow butterfly bush, so we did that for you. $25 is the price, and it brings home 2 plants. Easy pay is $8.33, but no color choice needed here, Katie. I have never seen anything like this, and I told you earlier, I love a butterfly bush. It's probably one of my favorites, but this purple into pink into peach, it's gorgeous.
I know, I have grown a lot of butterfly bushes. I know we both have little kids. They're so fun. It's something to get them outside and get them engaged with nature.
They really do bring butterflies if you don't know what Katie's talking about. Like, it's not called a butterfly bush because it looks like a butterfly. The butterflies flock to this.
They flock. We actually had to get a book on different butterflies.
Aww.
And when my now 6-year-old, when she was 5 last summer, she was looking at the butterfly, and we just showed a picture of it, and she said, Mama, we have a swallowtail butterfly.
I wouldn't have known
that.
that.
Go girl!
Oh, wow.
So because there are so many butterflies, they love the nectar. There's a delicious fragrance on this butterfly bush. It's like a honey aroma. And so yours, it's attractive to the butterflies, of course. Here's the swallowtail right there. It's attractive to the butterflies, but also to you. So this is just something that will fragrance your garden. It will color your garden unlike any other butterfly bush color I have seen. Now, I know, Amy, a lot of our flowers, like the hydrangea we have coming up, which I love, it changes color throughout the season.
But the whole bloom goes white to purple to wine.
Yes. Now, but this one, you are going to get all these blooms on one panicle or flower at the same time. So I have this at home. It is stunning. It is definitely like the centerpiece of my pollinator garden, because also it can be a decent sized shrub.
Okay.
So it can be about 4 to 5. It depends. If you have it in a container, it'll stay a little smaller. If you have it in the ground, it can get to be 6 feet tall.
You know, I'm just putting together in my older life, a container contains the plant. That's why it's called a container. So, you know, again, if you're trying to get this gardening thing down pat and keep it easy, this is ideal, because if you have a balcony, a patio, or maybe a smaller yard than you used to have at some point, like, then again, put it in a planter. But if you have the space, I have one regret where our butterfly bush is, and it's in the backyard. So I don't get to see the butterflies unless we are literally outside playing.
Great tip.
I wish we would have put it like somewhere visual where I could see the butterflies, but we're incredibly busy. So here's what I'm going to tell you. You could wait until May, June, July, when the garden centers are open and they're packed and they're crowded and they're expensive, and then you got to get a wagon and figure out how to load it all into the car. Then you got to get the vacuum and vacuum the trunk because the soil went everywhere. You know where I'm going. And they had a butterfly bush and it was blue. Or purple, and it's what the neighbors have who are across the street, and the neighbors have who are on the left of you, and what every house you'll drive past this summer will have. Or for $25, you get 2 of these, and Katie, will you grab one back here and I'll grab one? This is how they'll arrive when it's time to grow, and put them in planters in 2 opposite directions. Put them in planters next to each other, or put them in the ground if you want. But we are running out with only 2,100 to go around.
Wow. Well, I know you would love these because the color is so stunning. And I know you love butterflies. I know that what we've talked about before with customers on my Facebook page is that you love seeing that nature, but you also love helping them, because we know they can't get very far from yard to yard without that nectar to help them
I did not know
thrive.
that. I didn't know I was helping them.
You are helping them.
I thought they just liked my plants.
They need to migrate from here down to Mexico. And so in order for them to do that, they need the energy. Just like we do for a long run or something.
They need food.
They need food. And so you're helping provide them with that food, but it's also beautiful for you. So it's not just for the butterflies.
Well, and don't you love it too when like somebody comes over, whether it's for tea and cookies, or like the big barbecue with like the hamburgers and hot dogs, and you look like such an expert. Like you have a big old green thumb because you simply have something different that they haven't seen before. Meanwhile, talk to me about care. Do I have to trim this, water this 5 times a day? Like, what do I need to do?
Yes, exactly. You have something that's different and thriving because your care is so little. What I always like to say when my friends, they always come to me and they're like, what I just got a new house, or I have a new spot. I want to take up a little of my yard for a garden. What do I buy? I start with the butterfly bush every time because it is so low care. It's perfect for beginner gardeners. It has a big payout and it is little effort. So the thing about this new breeding though, there is an old style of butterfly bush.
Okay, that's what I probably see
up
everywhere.
And out, yes, and you don't know how to prune it, you don't know when to prune it, and it gets wildly out of control.
Okay.
The ones that we have today will always grow in this nice mounded shape.
All right.
You will never have to prune them unless you want to bring some cut flowers indoors.
And we could, and we wouldn't hurt it if we did?
No, you definitely can enjoy some of these. These are beautiful in a container, I mean, in a vase. Or if you want to manage its size, if you do want to keep it in a container and you're thinking you want to keep it about 3 feet, no problem. Prune away, but this is the shape you've been seeing in the pictures. It will always be a beautiful mounded shape with these long, really interesting flowers.
Mine's like a cone, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. And I will tell you, this is one of those moments where you simply cannot wait. We have fewer than 1,500 to go around for the year. I mean, I had my little Easter bunnies put out the other day, and somebody, you know, saw that I was ahead of the season on social media the other day. But you have to be, right?
You do, yes.
And forgive me, I don't have enough like leprechauns to do like a cute little decorative theme for St. Patrick's. I know that's technically the next holiday. But you got to get on this, because if you don't now, it's going to be gone, and then you do your garden centers and you will be completely disappointed. I love that it attracts the butterflies, don't get me wrong, but even on a morning where there's not a butterfly in sight, but this is what your view is. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting that coffee. I tried green tea this morning. Yep, I won't be doing that again tomorrow morning. I'm getting that coffee, and I'm gonna go out and just like stand next to it. And you said it will be a little fragrant for us?
It will absolutely be fragrant, and they do love full sun, so that's a little tip. And then, you know, what you mentioned earlier, I love that design tip, because we have ours planted right outside of a screened-in porch. And so it's a great point, is that I can sit inside at my screened-in porch, whether it be, you know, right in the morning, or even if it's raining, and I can enjoy these. So maybe plant them by a window. If you can't get outside as much as you used to, plant them where you can enjoy the color and you can enjoy that show. It's like a living television show.
We're so limited, Katie. I fear that this will be our first sellout in the show. There's fewer than 600 to go around.
Oh my.
And let's be honest, the world does not agree about many things. But have you ever met a person who doesn't like a butterfly?
No.
I don't know if we all want to attract the bees to our yard. I don't want to attract the bears to my yard, not that they're in this area. I don't want to attract the snakes to my yard, or anything that like would hiss, bite, or attack. But a butterfly is welcome anytime, early in the morning, late at night. I heard they don't party hardy.
Nope.
They're very quiet neighbors. So by all means, stay on, never mind, don't stay on the phone lines unless you're already there. Our first sellout in the hour, our